That might be almost a bit of overkill, I would say. Actually, against 3 Colossi, that's decent. Taking out that missile turret. Marines
Now the
getting roasted by
stalkers,
the Colossi.
the stalkers should be going for nothing but the Vikings. The stalkers should be aiming at just the Vikings. Once the Vikings are gone, then the Colossi can clean up. So just a bit of a misstep right there for Hale. Although at this point it doesn't matter. He's up by 90 food.
Yeah, Hale is in a great position here. Dele GGing, and we do in fact have a new King of the Hill tonight with Hale unseating Dele. Oh,
Do you got that?
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so next up we are going to be having Hale versus Poker Chips, Protoss versus Protoss. That was a really intense game. That was really good. Rather close, I'd say. Huh. Someone's name in this list, I believe that he is 13th in line, is Root Density.
Yeah, I saw that too. I messaged you guys earlier on Skype.
Huh?
I messaged you guys earlier on Skype about root density.
I must have been
Because I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Root Density, that's ridiculous.
Who's playing? Who's he playing against? No, who's who's Hale? Who's Hale playing?
Oh, the
against?
next one, Poker Chips. Poker Chips is next. So just got to get that map from Hale. Tile Dream Altar looks like it's going to be the next map. And Poker Chips saying that he is okay with Tile Dream, so we will be moving on to Tile Dream Altar with Hale versus Poker Chips, a Protoss versus Protoss. I'm Wave Babies, casting here with Kennedy for the rCraftGaming Silver King of the Hill.
What's up?
We got 70 viewers. This is baller-tastic, Kennedy. Pretty good viewer numbers.
I'm not complaining.
No, definitely not.
I don't start making a fool of myself though until after 100 viewers. So please get your friends involved, get your spouses involved, get your whoever involved. Have them come watch the thing. I'll start making a fool of myself. I might get a little drunk. If we get over 100 people, I'll start drinking. Like every time a pylon falls, I'll take a shot.
Oh wow! All right.
Every time,
nope, not gonna do that.
Every time somebody can get to, every time somebody gets full upgrades 3-3, I'll take a shot.
Oh my god! Actually, well, if you're doing that, then you'll probably be fine. But let's say how about every time someone gets supply blocked, you take a shot.
Oh god, that'll be a lot.
You would die in the first like 5 minutes.
Take a shot whenever a game starts. Take a shot whenever a building is built.
Take a shot every time a unit is killed. That would be
awful.
Worst, I would say. Yeah.
I couldn't even keep up because I'd be like, how many units were just killed? I think I have to drink this whole bottle of vodka. So here we go. Hale is going for his second game in a row. He just dethroned Della, who was on a 2-game win streak, correct? I don't think he made it to 3, did he?
Hale, let's see.
No, not Hale. Della.
Yeah, he only won 2 games. Fidelity dropped, and then he beat Hyatt. Oh, Della did that, not Hale. Hale
beat Della.
There we go.
And Della won the first 2.
Yeah.
So this is game 4? It's going so slowly. There's no way we're going to get to like 20. And there's 50 people signed up. Sorry, guys.
Oh, man. Yeah. We do appreciate the number of people signing up, though. Just make sure that you sign up really early. It did take us about half an hour to get to 50 people, so you got to make sure that you get signed up really early.
It didn't even take that long. Like, we had 50 people within 4 to 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we probably won't even get to the people that signed up after 7:03.
Oh, my God.
So yeah, that's how it was. But we had a ton of signups, like, right away. We got Hale spawning as the purple Protoss at the top left corner, and we have Poker Chip spawning as the green Protoss at the bottom right corner of MLG Tile Dream Altar. This is one of my favorite maps because it's easy to fast expand. Because usually
it's nice.
It's such a long rush distance that you can get that. You can either forge fast expand or 3-gate expand as Protoss pretty easily. Even against the Usually you can even put your buildings out front to start walling off, even against like somebody six pooling if you're Zerg, if you're playing against Zerg. So it's
I was talking to one of my teammates, and I was asking him, like, because I have a lot of trouble when Protoss is fast expand. And I was asking him, what do you do if a Protoss goes for its fast expand? He actually told me that if you go 2 bases really quickly, and this is as Zerg, you get up to 2 bases really quickly, then get a 3rd macro hatch right before you throw down lair, throw down a roach warren, and just go crazy hard roach production.
Yeah.
That you should actually be able to just throw unbelievable amounts of roaches in your opponent's face and actually win by doing that. So that was an interesting thing.
Unless they're going heavy sentries. If they got a lot of sentries, then
that's true. That's true.
They can stop any kind of roach aggression on the front of their base.
Interesting.
But in general, against Zerg, I usually don't forge fast expand unless I know they're not going heavy roaches. I prefer to take the safer, especially since it forge fast expanding puts you behind in tech, although it might put you up in economy. Yeah. So I prefer to just 3-gate expand.
I find and
do and get 8 sentries out and then expand.
I hate 4-gate pushes that are really heavy in sentries. Those things are just infuriating because it's so hard to scout if that is what's happening. Although I suppose if 2 gases are taken, you can tell. But it's just it's so difficult to scout that that's what's going to happen. Because if you see zealots and sentries, you assume, oh, he's just doing a 3-gate expand, and yeah, if he goes mass sentry 4-gate, then that's not what's happening. And Zerglings are horrible against sentries, it turns out. Zerglings are really bad just because force fields are really good.
Yeah, they're super good. If you're a Protoss player and you're not utilizing sentries with force fields, then you're not playing correctly, in my opinion.
It's true, it's true. If there was one piece of advice I could give to Protoss players that are having trouble, it would be learn to use sentries well.
Interestingly enough, PokerChips has gotten both of his assimilators up, so he might be quick teching. I usually this is my fear. If I scout a Protoss in a PvP and I see both gases up, I automatically assume they're going Dark Templar. So I will get my robotics bay out as fast as I can. I mean, this works anyways. It's not that big of a deal. But always getting a robotics bay up as quickly as you can and getting out an observer or 2 will pretty much always be a good idea. Because you want to see what they're doing, so you want to send the observer over to his base. Plus, you want to get an observer out in case they do end up going Dark Templar. Because the bane of Protoss versus Protoss is Dark Templar. If you go 4-gate or something and don't have a robotics bay out, and you don't put pressure on fast enough.
Yeah, Dark Templar are very good, and it looks like that is what PokerChips is going to be going for. Getting that Twilight Council down rather quickly. Does he have a 4th pylon? No, he
doesn't. He actually had a scouting probe in the base of Hale, but it was picked off by a probe and a zealot. And actually, Hale doing a really good job of moving around his base looking for a proxy pylon. He's not going to find one though.
No.
And he actually has both of his assimilators up now also, but he's going to be a bit behind.
I do think that he is going to be going for a pretty quick expansion here. Dark Shrine going to be going down in just a second. I'd like to see PokerChips go ahead and throw down that forward pylon. But Hale could be really, really unprepared for this if he doesn't throw down a robotics facility.
Yep, he doesn't. Soon. He doesn't have one, so no robotics facility. Not a good idea.
How long does it take to make a robo facility? 65 seconds versus 100 seconds for Dark Shrine. So Dark Shrine now at 35 out of 100. Dark Shrine would finish before the.
Did he see that? I think he saw that.
What did he see?
Oh, Hale didn't see it. He sent a probe over, but he didn't see the Dark Shrine.
Oh man!
And now he's throwing up a Nexus.
Oh no! So yeah, if PokerChips can just get a couple of DTs in here and manage it well, he should be able to take this game just fine.
Hale needs to throw down a couple more gateways and a robotics bay. I mean, a robotics facility rather.
Yeah.
Oh, he's building a Twilight Council now, but it's going to be way late.
And it also will not be able to see...
And the Dark Shrine's going to be done in, 10 seconds.
Yep. So very good for PokerChips here.
So GG. We will be moving on to the next game. There's a forward pylon over to the left at about the 9 o'clock position, too. 3 DTs being warped in. They're going to have complete free reign. I don't know what he's going to do. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah. No, there's nothing that Hale could do.
There's nothing he can do.
He is going to be in a very bad position here. He's going to lose like every single one of his probes. Even if he was hold positioning on all these guys, you know, he would still lose. Pokerchip's trying to take this out, but it is not an Artosis pylon. Bit of a misstep by him. But again, there's nothing that Hale can actually do against this. His only choice would be to counterattack. And, you know, that's not going to be good enough.
A ton of probes getting taken out. I mean, already, like, he's so far behind.
Yeah.
Hale is so far behind because of... He's got absolutely nothing to detect. He doesn't even have a forge up. He is making a forge right now, but I don't think it's going to be soon enough.
Throwing up the units killed tab right now. 18 workers killed, 4 poker chips. And, yep, Hale calls GG, and that is it. And,
so Poker Chips has a 1-game win streak, and he ends Hale's 1-game win streak at 1.
Quite a streak to end there. Looks like next up we are going to be having Poker Chips versus I Love Zerg, a Zerg player. Just going to find out what the map is.
And what did I say before the game started? I was like, if I see two, well, while the game was going, I was like, if I see 2 simulators, I automatically assume DTs. See, that's the thing. That's the reason why you want to have a probe in their base as long as you can. Because if they go quick to gases, you can usually keep your probe alive long enough to see it. And when you see that, you know, throw down a robotics bay. I mean, a robotics facility. Throw down a robotics facility. I just get those 2 buildings mixed up. I don't know. I don't really look at the names of buildings. You know what I mean?
And then, yeah.
Who's up next? Poker Chips versus who?
I Love Zerg is up next. Poker Chips on Zelnaga versus I Love Zerg. Honestly, there's nothing more satisfying than catching a Protoss in the act of making Dark Templars. Like, if you catch it right before it happens, you've basically won that game. You're going to be so far ahead in tech and economy.
Yeah, I played a game today where my opponent went Dark Templar, and I knew it was coming like 2 minutes before the first Dark DT got to my base, so he ended up losing all that gas. Because he built like 3 or 4 DTs, but I was ready.
Yeah.
And he tried and while he was trying to snipe my robotics bay, or robotics facility rather, I just killed all of his DTs. So it was a huge loss for him. And he had rushed to it, so we're only talking like 7 minutes into the game, and he had lost like 600 gas or something like that.
Which is almost impossible to come back from. Once your DTs are shut down, once detection is in your opponent's mineral line, your DTs essentially become useless.
Yeah, essentially.
They're decent in combat, but you know, they're just going to get shot down so fast, and you can spend the money on more effective units. Coming up next, though, like I said before, I Love Zerg versus our current leader. I actually forgot his name.
Poker Chips.
Stupid. Poker Chips. Yeah, Poker Chips. Oh, derp. Oh, man. I guess that
I think it'll be a PVZ, but I could be wrong. Is I Love Zerg playing random? Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm assuming that that's what it is. So here we go.
This is good for us, Kennedy. This is going to be good. I play Zerg, you play Protoss. We're both in Diamond, so we'll be able to, like, see into the brains of these Silver League players.
Yeah. I need to root for the Brotoss. And you can root for the Zerg.
No, Kennedy, we're casters. We're supposed to stay impartial.
Do you have any Smurf accounts? It's a lot of fun going like 64-3.
I feel like I really need one. I have an EU account, but it's in Platinum because the EU server is so much harder. Actually, I think it's in Diamond now, but the EU server is just so much more difficult.
I should get an EU account.
Yeah, I get so much lag when I'm in England trying to play on the American server. It's a bit frustrating. And my computer's not that great. But yeah, bottom left-hand corner we do have Poker Chips, the green Protoss. And up here in the right-hand corner, we do have I Love Zerg, the red Zerg. I love Zerg too. Actually, Kennedy, I do love Zerg. It's a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, that's what I played for the first couple weeks of Season 1, but then I decided to switch over to Protoss. I don't know, there's something about Protoss I like.
Yeah.
I like the technologically advanced aliens.
That's fair enough. I like the swarming parasitic bugs. I actually don't like bugs that much, though.
This whole thing reminds me of Starship Troopers. You ever read that book?
I have read the book. I haven't seen the movie, but I've read the book.